We have here today Mal Cullen from Eagle Investment Systems. Mal is the head of Americas and also head of Eagle Access. Now, Mal, I know that you're meeting a lot of clients in the marketplace and continuously in touch and seeing developments in the market. What trends are you seeing emerging?
We're seeing a number of trends. The reason I'm here today is because I'm speaking on a panel around IBOR. And IBOR is driven by a lot of data management initiatives that we're seeing come back into the marketplace that we saw a pause on a few years ago. As firms are looking for introduction of new products, going global, and looking for more ways to gain alpha across their portfolios, they're being challenged with more data requirements, which is also involving an investment in systems to support that.
A lot of our clients are talking about IBOR. There's a whole session on IBOR. Why do you think this has suddenly become so relevant? Why is it getting so much significance?
Well, I think people have been trying to solve IBOR problems for many years.
Yes.
What's changed recently is that in the past, people have tried to solve that either in the front office systems or they've tried to solve them on an accounting-centric approach, and they've quickly learned that they've reached limitations in both those approaches. On the front office side, those systems were never designed to store the historical data required, the enrichment around the reference data, the entity information that's required in order to provide the downstream consumers of the IBOR information. And the accounting system side is not working for people because it's forcing them to reprocess information just to get an IBOR, and the operational cost and overhead of doing that has quickly reached limitations. So firms are coming to Eagle with our data management solution around an IBOR because we can then take the best of both. We can use the systems that are in place that are fit for purpose and then extend and enrich that information beyond that what's required for an IBOR and allow people to have choices about how far they want to take that. So people are not interested. They're telling us, our clients are telling us this and our prospects are telling us that they're not interested in a complete re-engineering or replacement of systems in order to get a better IBOR. They want a platform that they can build on and continually enrich and get better data over time. It's not a project, it's more of a program that they want to follow over time to get to better data.
So what are the challenges that solution providers face in this scenario?
I'd say one is making sure that the technology that's being used to solve these problems is fit for purpose. It's not trying to force it into an accounting system or into a front office system. They really need to have a data-centric approach to solving those problems. And the four dimensions that I would look at is the investments that are required around features and functions, which are obvious. They need to have the capabilities to support the needs. Around the technology, as it gets into more of a real-time, message-based architecture, people are looking for information on a much more intraday basis than just the start of day. The regulatory support around the global markets that people are investing in these days has taken on another dimension to it. And then the fourth dimension, which I think is fairly new but gaining a lot of momentum these days, is the concerns around information, security, and risk, which has added another dimension of a tremendous amount of investment that organizations need to make in order to support that as it goes forward.
Eagle Investment Systems and BNY Mellon have a partnership which puts you in a unique position. How does that help in this scenario?
Eagle, as a technology provider, is a strategic platform for BNY Mellon in both their middle and outsourcing,
yes,
middle and back office outsourcing model. So what we do is we try to explain to our clients and our prospects that we're in a unique position to provide a continuum of solutions that start with on-premise software into now a hosted model, which we call our secure private cloud Eagle Access, where we take on all the operational support of the technology and some of the operations around that. You go along the continuum into BNY Mellon. BNY Mellon can then provide a middle office outsource or a full back office outsource. All of those solutions are offered on the same technology platform, so clients like the fact that they can invest in a relationship today and give them options for their operating model down the road that they don't have to predetermine today. They'll have the flexibility to make those choices down the road. And coupled with that, we always provide organizations with a data management solution that they can continue to own control of their data through that whole process. So regardless of what their decisions are around outsourcing or whether they decide to continue their relationships with their solution providers, they'll always have an Eagle data instance that will allow them to maintain that data and enrich it and extend it into other business needs.
One of your pillars you touched on was security. And does your partnership also help provide that environment of security?
Well, our biggest client being BNY Mellon has probably the most stringent, information risk and security policies that they need to adhere to, and Eagle has taken that to a whole nother level in terms of our support of that business and our other 150 global clients across the world in terms of the investment needed to stay ahead of the curve there. Unlike a regulatory support on an accounting platform where you may have 6 months or 12 months or 18 months lead time to know that you need to support something, the information security and risk needs could change overnight, in which case you have to react very quickly. So the level of continued investment required in people, process, and technology around information risk and security is something that we feel that we can really differentiate ourselves from some of the other providers in the industry.
Thank you very much for your time. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you very much. Good to see you. Thank you.